Thank you for watching Studio 7 from the Permian Basin Chevy dealers.
As we age, it's inevitable. The skin in certain places on our faces begins to sag. But what if you don't need and you're not ready for a traditional facelift? Introducing the Lunchtime Lift in this week's Ageless Beauty by Dr. Robin Rutherford's Art of Dentistry. Dr. Buho is back with us today, and we're talking about a relatively new procedure. So this might be something for people who need a lift, but not a full facelift, right? Tell me about this.
Yeah, so this procedure allows me to lift or tighten the skin and to do it in a very less invasive manner as opposed to a surgical procedure.
Okay, there are a lot of things you're going to hear that you're going to like about this. The first one I think it's important to say is there's no cutting, there's no scalpel used, right?
Exactly, so there is no cutting or incisions, no stitches to remove. And so the recovery is very minor compared to the other procedures.
It's even kind of been named the Lunchtime Lift for that very reason, right?
Yes, patients will come in and it can be done in less than an hour. There's a little swelling and a chance of bruising.
Okay.
But other than that, they can resume their activities in a day or two and very little discomfort.
So who's kind of sort of the ideal candidate for this? Because you're not talking full facelift, so what does that really mean?
So these patients tend to be a little younger and
Okay.
they have early signs of aging, a little sagging or looseness of the skin that just needs to be tightened or lifted in a less dramatic effect.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at some before and after pictures. These are pretty amazing. So this first patient, tell me a little bit about what the end result happened here.
So you can see how her nasolabial folds or the smile lines are quite pronounced, and those are a very common early sign of aging.
Yeah.
It's also evident there by the corners of her mouth where that tissue can be tightened, and after the procedure you can see how that nicely has softened those areas in a very natural way.
I mean, it's so smooth you don't see the line. Okay, let's look at this picture. Dr. Ho, tell me what we see here.
So this patient has similar signs of aging around the middle part of the face, and she doesn't need volume or fullness. She just needs a little gentle lifting, and that's exactly what she got with this.
Okay, and so that brings us to, we hear so much about fillers, which is different than what the result is going to be from this, right?
Yeah, so fillers will add volume and fullness, but a younger patient typically doesn't need a lot of that. So they just need to be pulled or lifted in a gentle way and in such a way without adding a lot of bulk or fullness.
Okay, now a couple other things you're going to love to hear about this. This is a less expensive procedure, obviously, than a full facelift, and you say it's even customizable depending on what your needs are.
Yeah, it can really help a lot of people because if they need a small amount of lifting or subtle look versus a more dramatic amount, and that will make it a lot more affordable than, let's say, a full surgical facelift.
Okay, it's pretty fascinating. It's the newest technology, and things just continue to get better. So you're here in West Texas. All this can be done in your office while you're here, right?
Yes, we do it in the office. It takes about 45 minutes. Just a little numbing medication, no sedation required.
Okay.
And you can drive yourself home.
Okay, so this is exciting too. So Dr. Ho is here right now, a 20% offer for the first procedure. So if this is something that you want to come in, have a consultation, sit down and visit about what's possible for you. I love that you talk like we're real people and really sort of walk through what the options are, because this is a big deal. You want to go to someone who's had experience and who is, this is what you do, nothing else, right?
Yeah, so these type of procedures require a lot of knowledge and understanding of the anatomy, and so it requires a certain amount of expertise and skill, and so you really should see somebody who understands that well.
So if you want any information, we have that on our Studio 7 Facebook page. Thank you for telling us about this, the Lunchtime Lift, something new that might be what you're looking for to get that youthful appearance. We love having you here. Thanks for being here.